You know, every once in a while we get graced with the presence of the one, the only Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams. He's joining us today, but Paul, we're not here to talk about the weather.
Thank goodness, but finally, you know, because I just finished talking about tornadoes a couple of days ago. So
yeah, that was a little bit more intense.
Well, let's talk about something a little more fun this time around.
All right, so you've got a big fundraiser coming up.
Right.
You are the prostate cancer guy. So tell us all about what this fundraiser is, and we'll get into some of the details here in a minute.
Okay, so we're putting together once again, the yearly prostate cancer walk. It's walk number 4, prostatecancer.org, in case you want some more information. But this year, we want to start doing some fundraisers to get a few more businesses and industries and basically other sponsors involved. Well, we contacted Nicola Pizza the Easter weekend. Okay, not Sunday, not Saturday, but the Monday following. Okay, so from 5 to 7. So we're asking for people, come in and eat as much pizza as you want, and then leave and let somebody else get your seat. Because the more people we sit, the more money we're able to raise for the race. We're doing something different with the race this time around because we're trying to give medals to everybody that participates, you know.
To get up the game a little bit.
Up the game a little bit. Bigger. And then the next year, we're going to actually have a 5K run and walk. Okay. So we're still at the 5K walk for right now, but we're going to be doing 50.
I'll keep it with the walk. I'm not running.
And because of those like you. It's why we didn't jump dead into the race right off the bat to ease some people into it, you know?
Oh, nice little stroll, if you will.
Yeah, you were a very good stroller last year. Yeah. Actually, we actually pushed him in a stroller. But anyway, here's what happens. We have a 50-50, I think, and then on top of that, we're going to have silent auction, different silent auction items. They're going to be donated by local businesses. And then on top of that, we're going to actually have the fundraiser, which is the pizza. And so we have a really big budget of a lot of things we're doing because during the race this year, I keep saying race, the walk this year, we're planning on having a barbecue and cookout afterwards.
I like it.
So yeah,
let's get some food involved here. Again, this is where you're bringing me in. The food is really the way to get there.
So we're going to have a cookout. We're going to have a chef that's going to be there to do some plant-based stuff that's going to be neat and good and tasty. And then we've got some other people that aren't necessarily plant-based, but they're going to have other food there as well. Right. So we're planning on it. Eventually, my vision is for it to be the ultimate cookout because I think that no matter whether you're left or right, black or white, tall or short, ugly or pretty, everybody can be affected by prostate cancer.
Don't let anybody fool you. When the cameras stop rolling, Paul is not this nice to me.
I have to be. I'm trying to work for charity now.
But let's dive into that part real quick, because this is the important part, is that everybody can be affected by cancer. Everybody can be affected by prostate cancer. So give us sort of the 2-cent pitch on why we need to pay attention to this.
First of all, a lot of people don't catch a lot of the symptoms. I mean, best thing to do is go ahead and get a blood test, a prostate-specific antigen test, a PSA test. And that's what we're doing. This year, we're trying to provide free prostate-specific antigen test. So this is very important. The reason why I'm extremely fiery about it and why we got to raise money, I am fearful that a lot of people are not going to have medical coverage. So that's why this is really important for the fundraiser. So think about somebody you know that could possibly use their medical coverage and could probably use a free screening for cancer. That's why we're doing it. And so that's why it's all points bulletins, all hands on deck. Meet us at Nicola Pizza on April the 21st. It's only a couple of days away. I know you're going to be doing Easter with the family or Passover with the family. Please, if you're able to, come out and support the event and bring as many people as you can. They got a great big facility. It's right there in Lewis. Please come on out and help us out with that effort.
You heard it from Paul right there, just how important all of this really is for everybody. So make sure that you get a chance to go check that out, especially because it can affect anybody. It can affect every family. We are going to talk to Paul a little bit more right after this break, but we're going to switch gears here. We're going a little Hollywood. You won't want to miss it. Hollywood lost a true star this week in Val Kilmer in a million great movies you've definitely heard of. But here on the couch, we've got Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, because Paul and I are quoting Val Kilmer movies
all the time
in the office.
All the commercial breaks.
Yeah.
Every time. We go through a Val Kilmer quote at least once a week.
We're going back and forth all the time. So we wanted to take a moment to just think back, remember Val Kilmer for the great career he had in some tremendous movies. You want to go way back, you've got the movie Real Genius. You know, he got to play Batman. We typically get stuck on Tombstone when we're talking about him. But what are your memories of Val Kilmer, Paul? You know, just as one of those people in Hollywood that was around for a while.
What's with this look?
What look?
Why, Charlie, you look like somebody walked over your grave. I mean, his Doc Holliday is priceless.
It's one of the great characters in TV history.
Like really, and this time, legal. And then, of course, I think about him, and I think there's a need for speed, you know what I'm saying?
And Top Gun.
And then there's Top Gun. And I actually liked him in Top Gun.
He was great in Top Gun. I mean, he's a bit of a jerk, but in the right way.
But he played a great jerk in Top Gun. He was a complex jerk at that,
Yeah.
you know. But there was a lot
Strong
of subtleties.
volleyball player.
Yeah. hey. There's a lot of male volleyball players around.
I love volleyball.
Exactly, me too, especially the girls' game. But that's not the point. Val Kilmer began to revolutionize. But I tell you what I was shocked that he really did a great job in was Heat.
Heat's a fantastic movie. Heat's one of those first ballot Hall of Famers, gotta have it on the shelf for us.
I mean, Heat was already the monster heavyweight. That was the Ali Frazier between, just with De Niro and Pacino alone. But then you got a sidekick that's Val Kilmer? If you haven't seen Heat, you ain't been living, baby.
No, you gotta see it. His career continued to roll up. He was in The Doors, where he really embodies Jim Morrison. He really transformed.
And do you know he actually began to learn? I mean, he was always musically inclined to a certain extent anyway, but he actually enhanced his musical training just for that movie. Off the chain. A lot of the stuff he did himself.
I love in movies when people have to learn a skill.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is always doing that. It's like, I learned how to fly helicopters for this one. And you're like,
okay.
But I'm always impressed when those guys go out there and do that. But I want to go back to Tombstone for just a second, because in a movie where almost every line is quotable, 98 of the best 100 lines come from Doc Holliday in that film. And it's just one of those movies that his presence in the role, it's going to exist forever. It's one of those things that will last because it's so rewatchable. And I think when you're an artist, you just want to leave something like that in the world that people remember.
So you know that they've had an impact on you when it's hard for you to believe they're even gone.
Yeah.
When you look back, you go, really? Michael Jackson is gone? Prince is gone? I can't believe that. You know what I'm saying? And then Val Kilmer's kind of one of those guys too. You go, I can't believe he's gone. Robin Williams is gone. You can't even imagine these people. Chandler is gone. I can't imagine these people going and not being able to create something new. Even with his last movie, the sequel to Top Gun, you saw, not age, but his sickness wearing on him, where he really wasn't even able to vocalize a whole lot,
He wasn't able to vocalize, and yet
he
still portrayed the emotions you needed for the scene. It was, one of those tear-up scenes where you watch it and you're just going like, yep, I'm fine, I'm okay.
And you know what seems, I don't know if it's cool or ironic or the universe, that movie, in a sense, prepared us for today.
It prepared the audience and the fans that
for the
this
goodbye.
Is on the way.
Yeah, and you just don't have that many people that have those kind of movies that become part of your daily vernacular. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we literally go back and forth between that and The Godfather. We literally go back and forth with that kind of movie, and just regular guys like us, just that was our guy.
Yeah, he was incredible.
And he still is. He's not stopped being our guy. But
we are still going to be quoting him
all day,
thoroughly and warmly here around these parts. We've got to get you down to weather, which is why I'm going to say Paul Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I forgot you were there.
You
may go.
You know what? You're an educated man. Now I know I hate you.
Well, we all love Val Kilmer around here. We're very sad to see him go, but we love the legacy he left behind. And we're going to get out of here for a quick break, but we have more Coast Life coming up.